This video is under fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticisms, comments, news reportings, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. CCNTV, bringing you captivating news since 2019.
Okay, what's going on? Hey, welcome to another episode of Politics and Wellness. I'm your host, Captivating Christian, and along with myself and brother Nate and you beautiful people, we will do what we do every Tuesday, talk about news, politics, main events, world news, and of course, YouTube stuff, garbage and, stuff. And of course, anything going on that people want to talk about in my life a little bit, maybe. But anyway, without further ado, Brother Nick, let me know when you're ready and we can get this party started. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I didn't see your little thumbs up, so I ain't gonna press the button. Yeah, okay, there we go.
Oh yeah, don't be. We won't have no nipple slips in this motherfucker. Not tonight.
Not tonight.
It's too early in the week. It's Tuesday.
Way too early.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday to everyone.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday evening. Hey, Melissa Scott, Auntie Melissa, how are you? Always a pleasure to see you. Rico the Brad, always nice to see you, sir. Thank you for stopping by. And of course, no Tuesday would be perfect without Patty Duke. Hey, what's going on, Patty? All right. It's always a pleasure to see you. And of course, always your waiter or your waitress will be around with your drink of choice for those of you up in the balcony of Capitol. Or smoke, yes. Whatever. Suit your pleasure, your fancy. All right, so we have so much to talk about, so little time. So, of course, we'll be flying through some of these. And, of course, your comments. I guess that has become Nate's job because I don't really see them.
Okay, can I slip this one in real quick?
Yeah, of course you can.
Did you hear? Nasty. Anyway, did everyone hear about Henrietta Lutz? The woman back in the 50s, they took her stem cells, Johns Hopkins, and they're using her stem cells to cure all of these host of diseases. Okay. Well, her family and the laboratory lab company finally came to an agreement that the family is going to be paid. This is even before they went to court.
Wow. Yes. Awesome.
So they did not disclose the amount. But her family will be compensated.
Okay, well, that deserves a round of applause for that one.
Yes.
That is definitely some good news.
You know why they settled out of court? Because if they went to court, they'd be They be bazillionaires. They'll be building rockets into space.
Well, you know what? You know what kind of already put that in motion was what just happened to Fox recently with voting, with Dimension.
Dominion.
With Dominion. So that listen, corporations are being sued out the wazoo. So
and again, it's white large corporations, white men stealing. From black people, problematic black people,
right.
People of color, we're such a problem, but yet you're always stealing shit from us.
Talk about it.
Congratulations to her family.
Yeah.
At least they didn't have to go through a big old battle.
Yeah. Well, but it took so long. Like they've been fighting this for years.
I thought they had came to some agreement because you just never heard about it. That or they were waiting for somebody to drop dead, wait for the family to drop dead.
Probably, more than likely. I didn't realize that. Okay, as soon as somebody else died, somebody else came in their place and was still continuing to fight, which is awesome. Yeah. All right. So with that great news, we can start the beautiful show and
let it rip.
News up. All right. So of course, this is where we talk about news. So if this ain't your part, then you can do what you do. But for those of us who watch the news and want to know what's going on in the goddamn world a little bit, this part is for you. So the large U.S. grids have declared a state of emergency alert for this was back in July 27th, but course for July 27th and on, it's been a state of emergency due to the heat wave index that we've been feeling. And me just coming back from a trip down in hell's underwear, it was very hot. It was even hot at night. It's just hot, but made it work. And I don't like to be hot, but it definitely was.
But how hot was it?
Oh, it was pretty hot. It was pretty hot.
It was. Was a lot of illegal things, aliens and stuff like that going on? I don't know.
It was a lot of aliens.
I'm just inquiring minds. People want to know.
It was a lot of aliens and a lot of bottoms. A lot of aliens, a lot of bottoms. I don't know.
Wow, alien. How many holes? Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
That's every man's fantasy, straight and gay. How many holes?
Quite interesting. I know, just a whole harem full of. But anyway, the largest U.S. grids have issued a state of emergency alert levels, which means there's time for concern for adequate power reserves. So, like, for example, last year when Governor Hot Wheels shut down Texas and people were without power, this could happen far more many states could be without power because you're pulling on the power and too many people running things and
running through things and power bottles and
running through
everything.
Just everything.
We just starting off right, aren't we?
Just starting off on a good foot. But yeah, so across the U.S., about 170 million people are under a heat advisory or extreme heat warning. That's 170 million people. That's a lot of people. There's even, there's no way to sugarcoat that. There are a lot of people just kind of protect yourself the best way you can, because it's looking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, because the power grid was and the infrastructure has been falling apart for years anyway. And of course, the last 4 years with Trump in office, they didn't even address. You never even heard anything about it. But now that global warming is here and has made its presence known, it's hot as hell. It would definitely be a more of a strain on the grid. And it's not just Texas. Texas was like the weakest link, but it just goes to show you all these other states that are interconnected. It won't take much to take the whole thing down.
Yeah, it definitely will not.
So buy your batteries.
Yeah, pretty much, not only for your toys, but for that too. So because the PJM, which serves more than 65 million people from Washington, D.C. to Illinois, has warned the potential of tight conditions, meaning that they don't foresee having enough power to continue if the heat continues to rise, which means there may be some cities you may go through a period of having no power on purpose.
Oh yeah, those rolling blackouts or whatever they would have.
Those rolling blackouts on purpose. So prepare yourself for those types of situations. Get your batteries and do what you need to do. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, especially too the way those storms are rolling through there. They are far worse than every time it rains. Every day we get a thunderstorm at the end of in the afternoon, and it is severe.
Oh yeah. They don't think global warming exists. So, hey, what can you say, right? So just get your batteries, people. In other news, Carlee Russell has turned herself in. She's been charged with falsely reporting an incident. For those of you who are concerned, of course, that was she's 25? A 25-year-old young woman who claimed she saw a toddler on the highway or side of the bypass that nobody else saw.
I see white babies every time I go to work at night. It's dark as shit. Little white babies be everywhere. And I be saying, get from behind me, Satan.
And we're
not doing this shit.
By white people. With
dirty white babies.
Yeah, with dirty white babies. Sounds like the hills have eyes to me, but what can you say? I don't know. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just getting ready to say they're gonna actually charge her, huh? Well, they've actually charged her.
They have charged her. Both charges that she received are misdemeanors, with a maximum sentence up to a year in jail, and she could be fined up to $6,000.
I think she'll probably get probation.
You think so?
I think so, because nobody else, and they've done more heinous.
But I'm thinking that's just the reason why they might just give her the year in jail.
No, they need to do white people. White people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Patty. Did you see her mugshot? I didn't see the one with the orange hair.
I saw the one with her smiling.
Yeah, she looks
like it
cute.
Literally was a.
She's cute. Yeah.
Like it was a little college.
Up to some shit. That's what it looks like.
A college yearbook type of deal.
Something for the gram. That's what it looked like.
She's crazy when something for the game goes wrong.
Now you know what would really be funny, and she gets a model spread from that.
Yeah, that
I was like, oh damn, no makeup on, hair just straight. Does she still look good? She ain't look like what's the guy's name? Godfather's Soul.
James Brown.
James Brown, all the other ones. Their mugshots, boy. That perm was.
Don't forget that Tracy mugshot.
Oh yeah, Erica, girl.
Erica, Miss White. What was you thinking? But
she looks disturbed to you, Patty.
Yeah, she did look.
I think something's wrong with her. Something's wrong. Either that's very immature. But did you hear her ex-boyfriend was supposedly was going to host some sort of party? Mm-hmm. I guess he was looking for a new girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
And he was going to do that, but I think they advised him not to do it at all.
Yeah, it's a little too early.
What'd you say, Melissa? Tree dog? Yeah, that dog got fleas.
Oh, no, not fleas. Well, no, she might have taken her flea pills. She was on a hot date this weekend. So we got to talk about that too. Yeah,
she's getting a lot of work out this year too. Oh
right.
My goodness.
Yeah, she was in She was in the Motor City getting her motor worked on. Okay.
Well, I hope they tune that bitch up first.
Let her tell.
I went to
Pound Town. I went to Pound Town.
It ain't nothing worse when it runs dry.
Well, that's what they have WD-40 for. You get a paper cut doing that. Don't do it. All right. So other news in Central Florida. We're back in Central Florida. Accounted for 20%. 20%. Listen up. 20%. And it's back. That old biblical curse of leprosy. That's right. I said it. 20% has been reported by the CDC cases of leprosy. No, leprosy in Florida. 159 new cases were reported in the U.S. in 2020. Florida being among the top states reporting leprosy. Get the hell out of here. Of all the things that was cured, you would
Florida
think
God does not like you.
No, I don't think so. Something's wrong. Either that or something ain't right. Central Florida, which makes up about roughly 81% of leprosy cases in Florida, and among one of the 5th nationally reported cases, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Florida, y'all in trouble.
Wear your condoms.
Wear your everything. How about Naked? Remember, like Naked Gun, was it 2.5 or 2 where him and Leslie Nielsen and the Lisa Marie Presley, they were going to have sex and they both put the whole body
condom on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what you're going to need.
That's what you're going to need. Yeah, you're going to need a whole body condom. Just put the whole damn thing.
Just bring some oil just in case.
Yeah. Keep it natural. Try to use coconut. I be telling y'all, coconut, keep it natural. But y'all don't want to listen. Anyway, so I don't know. This is crazy. This is really crazy. But
Melissa said, "Yeah, Melissa, I keep telling you, don't put no pineapples on the door, and watch out for girl. Just make sure you got all your shots, girl."
This is just crazy. Because we haven't had reports in this. It is just crazy. The reports of leprosy has been historically uncommon in the U.S. and since peaked around in 1983. I was 2 years old. Yeah.
Well, it's back.
Yeah, right. Back with a vengeance.
Just say it's global warming.
Yeah, I guess it's global something. It is global something, but it is back. It is back. And speaking about coming back, in other news, the U.S. has conducted a multi-decade search for secret UFO programs for extra intelligence officials. So for UFOs, alien life, we had a whole meeting of Congress to discuss UFOs. People can't pay rent. People can't eat.
Can't afford to eat, sleeping on the streets,
can't afford medicine, numerous other things. But we talking about UFOs and aliens. If they were real, and if they are real, who cares? I mean,
I just want to know one thing. The only way that I would really care is if they call me a nigga. I'm worried about white folks. Those white folks. Not all white folks, but those white folks. We know who they are.
Right. I just find this to be like, well, what are we talking about here? Is this what we're doing?
Yes.
In Congress right now?
Yes.
But we're not passing anything, whether it's conservative and or liberal. We're not passing anything, but we're talking about UFOs and the possible thing of aliens. Now, granted, don't get me wrong. If you look at just all we have and think that we're the only species here on this earth with all this vast space and whatever going on above us, sadly mistaken. I don't believe we're the only things here in this vast universe. No. With that said, past that, why are we talking about this now with all this stuff going on?
Hunter Biden.
It's crazy. You have bodies of water literally on the boil. Okay?
Yeah.
And we talking about aliens. Please read that on your own time because I couldn't even bring myself.
Look, I started laughing. I couldn't find the link. I put it in there.
I couldn't even find the point in all of this. Like, are we here to discuss Area 51? Are we discussing, is that what? Now, this is what we need to just be mindful of. My fellow Republican voters, this is what you voted for to represent you and your state in Congress, to talk about UFOs, flying saucers, ET, and things that really make you go, is that helping me with my food benefit? Is that helping me with my rising drug costs? Is that helping me with my day-to-day life? Because even if they came down here and said, yeah, we here, and blew the shit up like Independence Day, ain't shit nobody could do about it.
And we've been knowing we're not alone. So what else is new?
Yeah, I mean, I just really don't. I don't get it.
Like I said, as long as they ain't call me a nigga, we all right.
Yeah.
I got dated. I gotta get up, go to work. You know, that type of shit. Yeah, I got life problems.
Yeah, maybe in other news, but yeah. Also check out the other article. There is another article in relation to the same thing. The government says that aliens might be real, but black folks may have a bigger fish to fry, and that basically talks about the stuff we just mentioned, like
our government,
the
KKK,
right,
the daughters of the Confederacy,
the Republic,
some real shit. Hey, Tanari, how you doing, baby?
All those things. So
all those real important things, which are far more important,
which affect our daily lives than worry about if Will Smith is really going to save the day on Independence Day. If the aliens are coming, because if they come, they're coming for all of us. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're their experiments anyway.
Anyway, right?
You know, it's like, we left this shit unattended. It done grown wild. It done grown wild. We done gave them this little bit of stuff. I mean, just
like who left the door open?
But
these fools out. But yeah, it's just crazy.
It is. It's the United States of America. This is what we've that our government has turned into.
Yeah, I don't know. But more great news for your local states. We have Texas next on the list. Texas school districts will eliminate. That's right. I said eliminate libraries and turn them into what? Detention centers, because you have so many bad kids. The hell with teaching them how to read and find something else to do that's more constructive with them being bad and undisciplined. Just make detention centers, because what are detention centers for? Yeah, eliminating libraries. Just let that sink in.
Well, they want to dumb everybody down so it's easier to take over.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, this is when it comes into play that the parents step in and pick up the slack and teach your kids, your grandkids, what you want them to learn and to teach them the truth. Because it's now to that point, they are the enemy,
Right. Right. I mean, if they're not taking a whole play out of the rise of the Hitler regime, I don't know what to tell you.
Yes, and taking it further. And the whole crazy part is Hitler got it from the United States. He was so enamored by, what was going on over here with segregation and everything. He took the playbook from the United States.
He just stepped it up. He stepped it up further and just videotaped his destruction. That's all.
Yeah, and that's it. And that's exactly it.
Yeah.
But they want a dumb society full of pregnant white women so they can get those numbers up. They're just all out.
Yeah.
They are just all out. And
no holds barred.
And this is why we're talking about aliens. I do want to know one thing about the aliens though. And I said it earlier. I just want to know are there extra holes?
Yeah. I mean there may be, maybe not.
Even but we could do hands, all that stuff, and some fist.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I was going to say. Then what do you do with an alien that can't bottom? What's the point?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we already have some amongst us. Who knows?
Oh, but we do know they know like to probe. They like to probe. That's always the first thing they go for. Why they always go for the ass anyway?
I don't know.
What's up there?
I don't know.
What is up there?
It's some gold up there for some people. Yeah. So I don't know. But anyway, in other news,
that ain't my ministry.
Well, it is mine at times. Amen. Hallelujah.
You got the Holy Ghost? Make you shake and shimmy.
A judge blocks Arkansas law for allowing librarians to be criminally charged for harassment material. And you may ask, well, what's harassment material? Giving a child or someone who is curious any information regarding anything about history, Black history, anything related to anything gearing towards people of the LGBT community, so on and so forth. So yeah, not only are Texas getting rid of libraries altogether, they trying to criminalize being a librarian. Now, when the hell have you ever seen a librarian being criminally charged? If I can remember the librarians from the time that I was in the library, which was all the damn time, because my mother felt like it was the place to be. Because if you was even in the summertime, she would take all the goddamn kids in the neighborhood. Y'all not gonna be standing around my house making noise and shit. You're gonna take your ass. Let's go. Get a book, and I want a book report by the end of the week. Like,
one of those. Oh my god.
One of those, definitely. Yeah. So I just please read this. You gotta read it because you gotta read it just to make sense.
That's like the whole thing, even like with the whole abortion thing. You go after the patient. Now you're going after the doctor. So now you go after the books. Now you're going after the librarians.
The librarians.
And
the poor librarians that I remember, God, I could not imagine seeing those old little ladies, black and white, in jail.
Oh, you know what?
I would feel
them old ladies, they had it popping. They knew something was going on.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. You can't even just have a whole profession of enriching people's lives without now being charged or almost being charged with a criminal crime. Crazy. But definitely read it, check it out.
T. Daniels is saying she just found out that her daughter's school is going fully digital. I see them all doing that.
Oh,
I see them all. I mean, because that's, that's pretty much the way to go. Then they can get anything they want.
Right. Yeah.
So now I guess since they have this extra room, they'll make it a detention center, right?
Yeah,
so I guess the majority of students, which will probably be, Black children and children of color, will be in these detention centers.
Yeah, that's right.
At the school, they used to be the libraries.
Making the pipeline just more and more pipey, filling them with bodies to make sure that the prison system keeps going.
And real quick thought too on the prison system. If y'all have anybody that's incarcerated, call and check on them. During this weather.
Yeah.
Because we've kind of neglected that. They don't have air in there, and they're in concrete. So just to call and check on them. Put some money on their books. Don't forget about them being in there.
Yes, for the Rob Bracks of the world. Make sure you check on them. Drop some money in there. Commissaries. Put some noodles on their books.
Wow. T. Daniels was saying, but they sent a payment book for that tuition. $1,400 a month.
Of course they do.
They don't want to see them books. That's right. And some kids need a physical
book. Yeah.
Book.
Right.
Because you sure don't want to have to rely on especially down in Texas, don't want to have to rely on them having some electricity or internet, which they don't have. And I think too, it's a money grab, because now you're going to have to beef up that infrastructure to have to be able to have Wi-Fi or whatever, the equivalent in every household, but you won't take care of the grid or the potholes, that type of thing. And now that you're having winters down there along with hot ass summers,
right?
Did you see any illegals down there?
Good luck with that. I wouldn't know. I wasn't checking cards or anything like that.
Oh,
I wasn't.
What were you checking? Okay.
Okay. Speaking of checking, Tim Scott, the black GOP, I mean the only black GOP.
There was another one in there. You wouldn't know he was black.
I mean, he's running for this one's running for president. Tim Scott.
Yeah, and it is another one.
There is?
I can't remember the guy's name because I didn't think he was black. I always thought he was Hispanic. I can't remember.
Oh, the guy with the glasses.
Glasses, yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. Oh, yes, I thought he. No, I didn't think he was black.
I don't know. Well, maybe he's riding that black card. Maybe it's
maybe so.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe so. They like to do that to get the vote, and they'd be like, "Well, really, I'm not like a Miss Harris, but I mean, my father is Jamaican, but I'm Indian." So anyway, Tim Scott criticized Ron DeSantis over his slavery curriculum. Pot calling kettle black, high pot, high kettle. I'm just confused at all this. How the hell
America's not racist? America's not racist.
Thank you. How you gonna criticize that man for his slavery curriculum when you said this is not a racist country?
Why didn't somebody call him up on that one?
I don't know.
I'm waiting for the reporter to do that.
I'm waiting for his own colleagues to do that.
It's coming
to do it. Because how could you criticize the man about his slavery rendition for his curriculum for his state, and you say that racism, this is not a racist country, and it pretty much don't exist because it wasn't evident in your life or your childhood or upbringing. I know you lying. There's no way. You just chose to ignore it, but there's no way on God's green earth. But definitely check out that article. It's an interesting read, I guess.
Oh shit! That's why he's biased himself.
I don't really rock with the, you can be a Republican and be black. You can do both.
Some that are just
there's just some things that you don't need to toe the white. You don't need to toe the kind of saltine line to not acknowledge that these things are happening, that these things are kind of being erased, and that that's the problem. Even in my conservative well-being, I have a problem with my history of my people that I come from being erased. There's nothing wrong with that, but of course there's something wrong with addressing that. But
why don't you give me Terry Crews?
I don't know. Yeah, pretty much. Definitely a no.
He gives me Terry Crews.
Yeah. I was harassed. I was sexually harassed. You mean your big ass?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I was afraid of what they're going to do to me.
Because part of you liked it.
Liked it. You liked it. And you was hoping your wife wasn't there.
Right. Exactly. And that's all it is.
I think she saw. Get off of me.
Don't touch me down there. That's my no square. Anyway.
No square. Okay.
But anyway, moving right along. So the Soul Fest, and for those of you who don't know what the Soul Fest is, it's Black music. Get it, Soul Fest. So Soul Fest concert has folks pissed, and you wonder why. The Stone Mountain Park has the largest Confederate monument ever crafted. And that's where they hold the Black Music Festival, right in front of it. Smack dab in front of it is the music festival. And it's got these conservative people in an uproar.
I want to see them twerking and everything.
I want to see some asses dropping and flopping. Okay? In front of this monument, which was, the birthplace of the Ku Klux Klan in 1915. They be playing all types of stuff for 4 days. R&B, soul music, and some gospel.
Don't forget some rap. They're going to have some rap up in there. The white folk. I was just shaking in their boots.
Anita Baker. I get to hear some of everybody else. And some, I don't know, some Kirk Franklin, Marvin Sapp, and whomever else. In front of a monument that represents.
Yeah, those white folk. They are going to write so much shit up
and
try to put and push so many goddamn bills. You can't have a gathering no more than 2 people.
Lord Jesus, this is a shame.
There will not be any twerking on the Confederate
nations. This largest attraction, this stone was carved in commemoration. That's how they say commemoration. You'd be like, what? To President George J. Jefferson. Jefferson Davis. I'm fucking right. Jefferson Davis and General Robert E. Lee.
You said George Jefferson?
Yeah, George Jefferson Davis and General Robert E. Lee. And they don't want black folks dancing and jerking, driving and
there's going to be some jerking and twerking.
In front of that monument. It is a religious, sacred place. White power. That's all I'm saying. White power. That's the sacred stone.
Mm-hmm. They're going to have their version. The rallies and everything.
Yeah. So
and then marching around in 100-degree weather with those face masks on. Yeah, going down there and march.
Go ahead and march. Collapse. But so they will be protesting this whole festival for 4 days in front of their precious White Rock. So we'll see what celebrities turn out for this, their version of being woke.
With no rhythm. Can you imagine? No rhythm.
None whatsoever. That should be entertaining. It should be very entertaining.
Hey, my 2 cents. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome, everybody in the chat. Sorry, I'm not looking. I can't see the chat just yet. But also in other news, please check out this article. It has an array of little historical facts by James W. Larwin. He was born on 1942. He died in 2021. It talks about a lot of things like the truth about the past history, race relations, SunDown Towns, which was highly important. And it talks about all the sundown towns in the U.S., standardized testing, gender relations, and other things. But definitely the sundown towns, and there's a map that shows you all of these sundown towns in these United States.
United States, yes, and the ones that are questionable.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Take a glance at it. It's pretty. I thought it was interesting. So.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting, especially when we travel. You know, and out there in these different states, you want to make sure you know where you're going and what you're going into. Even though we try not to think about those things and stop us from, you know, living our lives, know that they still exist.
Yeah, and, I mean, and you're actually hearing about it more now because I think more people are becoming aware, and they found out that it's more than just it's one of those places you just don't want to be here after dark. What it actually is,
right?
You know, that type of thing.
Right. Definitely. So definitely check that out. You know, stay safe and strap up so you can knock some of these saltines out if they, you know, act crazy. But speaking of sundown, Dianne Feinstein gets confused in a Senate appropriation hearing and has to definitely be shown what to vote for or how to vote. And I say sundown because it's time to go, sweetheart. Like, thank you and goodbye. Thank you and good night. In the words of Kwani, fuck you and goodbye.
That was sad.
You're too old. You don't really know what's going on. It's okay. Like, I get it. Nobody wants to give up the sweet job of actually doing nothing, getting paid millions.
Yeah, but it's not a sweet job when you don't even know where you are.
I mean, come on. When the highlight of your day is eating some Jell-O after all this is over, because you don't even know, because you don't know where the hell you are. It's time. Live out the rest of your life. Go look at some pastures. Go do something else. Go paint or something for your remainder, and just not be stressed with the life of a politician. Way too old. Your mental is not there anymore. What are we waiting for? Are we doing another what's the name, Ginsburg situation where you literally got to drag you out of it to your death?
In actuality, it's pure selfishness.
Yeah, it is.
You know, you have to know when to step aside. It is time for you to go. If you have an aide there and that person just say yes.
Yes.
And you're still confused about what am I saying yes to? No, I should just say yes. That you know that you can't work past 80.
I mean, at this point, she needs cue cards. Like, I mean, I just don't.
She would forget to look over at the card. What do you have to do? Flash a light on it, like a little pointer or something, you know? And then she wouldn't remember. You're supposed to do that. What am I supposed to do? When you're doing all of that, and what really made it bad is doing a clip.
Treat her like you do a cat. Just
let her know she be running. Follow she has this bright green suit on.
Yeah.
She stands out.
Yeah.
Everybody else is grays and blacks and blues and stuff. And it's like it homed right in on it. And it's like
look at me.
Yeah. But you can look at her and she must have really been sick.
Yeah.
Because her change has been almost overnight, that type of thing. Within the last 6 months to a year,
right.
Her physical appearance has changed so drastically.
Right. She probably was sick.
I believe. She might have had that syphilis. You know, that should have eat your brain. But you have an aide, and I'm sure that they've gone over it. They've rehearsed it, and she sat down there and sat through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And she still can't even do that.
Yeah. No.
Just one word. Yes. That's all you had to do.
That's it. Yes. Mm-hmm. I see they dyed her hair back from the.
Oh no, we're not talking about Mitch McConnell's glitch. That was God.
We didn't get to turtle. We didn't get to the snapping turtle. But
was that last week too?
That was last week too.
Oh well, I think I joked about it the whole way. I thought I had talked. We had talked about it, but we had joked about it so goddamn much.
Right, we really did. amongst ourselves. So last week also, the snapping turtle, otherwise known as AKA Mitch McConnell, was in a press conference, of course, talking about what the minority leader of the Senate plans to do for this upcoming political year, because
he saw his whole future. That was enough. Yeah, that motherfucker's a deaf. Look at God, isn't he good?
That was the angel of death saying, "Hello, it's almost time. Get yourself ready." Okay, that was a whole out of body experience where it was like, "It's almost time. All right, I'll be back shortly. See you later." Boom, and then back to life. Cameras on, and you are standing there looking dumb in the face of the cameras. Now, of course,
they said he was buffering. He sure was. All you saw was that lower rail arrow. It was nobody was home. Nobody was home. You know why? Because his ass was down in hell. He was seeing what was waiting for his ass. And I was hoping that the Lord would take him. I really was.
It was like all those movies you watch where people really having that moment where they go someplace else. He was someplace else.
He was someplace else. Ass was fried. He was waiting on his ass. Satan is waiting. If you believe in Satan, he was waiting for Mitch.
Yeah, well, Mitch might have been excited because if Satan looked anything like a little Nas X sliding on that pole, maybe that's why he was taking so long. He had a good time down there.
He liked them boots too.
He liked them boots too. He liked them boots. So he's 81 years old. Another one. Take these old folks out to pasture. I mean, let them go. But yeah, his aide said he was fine. But no, that was clearly a sign of something going on upstairs.
Yeah, well, it might not have been upstairs. He might have shitted himself. He had that look like.
Yeah, didn't he?
I hope nobody can smell it. If I don't breathe, nobody will know. Yeah,
it was almost really like a mini stroke in a sense, because you could hear him like grunting to like say something or do something as he was just like having a whole mental breakdown going on up there. But I don't know.
The thing that got me though was people were actually like, "Oh, you should pray for him." Fuck him. Fuck him. For as much trouble as he has caused all of us.
Right.
Fuck him. And I hope it is a long, 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 painful death.
Not long, painful death.
Yes. I want him to be aware. If God traps him in that shell and holds him for 6 months, that's good enough for me. Because he has caused so much trouble.
Yeah, he has. He
has. And he does not deserve a peaceful passing. No, he does not.
Since he has been in the Senate, especially a leader in the Senate, he has been very, even before the Obama administration, he has always been a thorn in the side of any Democratic president. Not so much before Obama, like since Obama, he's gotten relentless. But even before Obama, he was pretty bad, but he wasn't as bad. Like
they didn't think that black man was going to get into office.
He has gotten, been like the hell.
He is the worst.
Yeah,
the worst. Somebody need to call his wife, Lady Chow, and she should have told him bring some extra Depends, because I know that motherfucker shit.
Well, maybe she did give him some ginseng. Ain't that what they do? Ginseng.
She probably waiting for his ass to die too. He come after me. He come after me with that thing. He want me to do that. I tell him no. Go.
I stuck at you last time. I'm not good again.
It's this month already.
It's your birthday again. It's not your birthday.
Yeah, it's your birthday again. How many birthdays you got?
Yeah. I'm done with your happy hour.
This is no reflection of our Asian friends. But we hate Mitch McConnell. We hate him. And we not too happy with his wife either, because they done fleeced the government. They done fleeced the people. I'm sorry, big time. God said, pray for your enemies. No, I pray for my enemies to have a long and painful death. That's how I pray for my enemies.
How about I don't pray for them? I just leave it up to God. Whatever happens, happens. That's just that. prayer answered either way. So in other news, close to 100,000 voters registered were challenged in Georgia, and almost all, but just 6, were, you guessed it, Republicans, activists.
Yep, only 6 of them were able to do that. And they don't even need a large group to wreak havoc.
No, they don't. And it's crazy that they were able to do it. But they talk about, oh, it was fraudulent. Oh, the election fraud. Your own people were doing it. March 15th of 2022, emails appear in the boxes of election directors in Georgia, county in Georgia. Subject line read, challenge the election. Eligibility. A spreadsheet attached, emailed, identified 13 people who alleged registered to vote at a P.O. box in that county in Georgia, and a wealthy Republican who lives in the suburbs of North Atlanta, who also registered with the potential address under certain special circumstances. So this is just, it's crazy. It really is crazy. I mean, the same people that vote, oh, fraud, the same people frauding. That's why I don't listen to these people when they talk all crazy out the mouth. Because they're the ones doing the shit. They figure if they talk about it and get you all riled up about it, they can still do it in the background because you looking over there at the other people because, oh, look, no, they saying that they're doing it them damn self. So definitely check out that article. It was interesting. I mean, any thoughts you want to share on that? It's kind of selfish.
Mitch, come on. I give you a happy ending. I just had that one in there. You know how it is when you had that that dark thought that comes later on. Yeah. And it's like, man, this is funny as shit. I can't even concentrate on what's being said.
I know, it's crazy. Anyway, in the last news article I have here, The Last of Us actor makes Emmy history as becoming the youngest ever to be honored in his category. 10-year-old Kevon Montreal Woodward has just been nominated for his guest acting debut in the drama series. For those of you who haven't watched The Last of Us, it's a very cool show based upon a video game, PlayStation. I believe it's by the same name, The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
He played, I think it was episode 405. No, wait. Might have been 6 or 7, because I think 405 was the gay one. I think.
Right. Okay, one right before. Yeah, it was the one right before that. Yeah.
So I think it's like 6 or 7 in the episode where this young man and his brother, they have been hiding out, and they come across the protagonist and her counterpart, and they build a little bond during this time before things turn left.
And he's deaf.
Yes. Which makes it extra. The young man is completely deaf. He, while on set with his interpreter and his sign language, he taught the crew how to speak sign language and to interact with him. So everybody in the crew would interact with him using sign language, and
it was a very good episode.
Yeah, it is
It was a very good episode.
Definitely.
Yeah, so kudos to that young brother that's now on strike with everybody else.
Right, is now on strike with everybody else at 10 years old, and to be Emmy nominated, which is awesome. Nothing but more success for this young man, and definitely kudos to him.
And I believe the young guy that played his brother is also nominated too.
Yes.
That's very good.
So definitely a round of applause for those young men.
Very good, sir. Very good.
Yes. Now, All right, and we're right on schedule. Look at that. We're pum. Timing is always a great thing.
And with giggles in too.
Yes, right.
Hey, Queen Diva, how you doing?
Hey, everybody. Welcome.
Hey there,
welcome
twin.
To the chat. Always a pleasure to see you. Welcome. Always. All right, so let's get into this and find out who said what and why they said it. Let's go.
Hey,
Who said it?
Before you get too deep, Patty has a question.
Okay.
Any thoughts on Trump's indictment?
Ooh. See, Patty, now I got to go back. All right. So my thoughts on Trump's indictment. Cancel him. Do I think they're going to do anything? No, I really don't. Do I think they should? Yes. I really think that, and it's not just because he's Donald Trump, and it's not because, everybody thinks like Donald Trump's the boogeyman. He's really not. He was just like the useful idiot, if there was a term. That's who Donald Trump was. He's the useful idiot that others use to kind of push forth their agenda, right? However, although he was the useful idiot, he's done some illegal shit, period.
A whole lot.
This is even before the presidency. We're talking even back in New York, but because he's always dreamed to be, his biggest dream is to be like a mafia, like a John Gotti. Yeah. You have to understand, he grew up around that thing. That was the life.
Type stuff.
When he was young, that whole John Gotti mobster thing, that's all that New York was given at that time. That's how he got most of his money. That's probably most of his friends, the Gambinos, the this, the that. So that's what he thinks he is. He thinks he's a Don Juan. He thinks he's not a Darnell. He is Don Juan, and that's how he operates. So, yes, he deserves to go to jail. Jail. Just take him to jail. Do I think he's going to go to jail? No, but that prosecutor is not fucking around with his ass, and he's not even thinking about party or anything like that. It's basically, did you break the law? And the motherfucker broke the law. And if we're just going to go with no one's above the law, period, then with that mantra, no one's above the law, not even him. And so when you lie and say, hey, no, we didn't take these documents, and now they have video footage of you trying to find what cameras were visible to then erase the footage of you taking set boxes or documents out of set areas, then yes, that's criminal. And you being the president of the United States does not shield you from criminal bullshit. If that's the case, let's all be president, do some crazy shit, and then be like, hey, we're free to go. Like it makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. Just on the simple basis of if no one is above the law, and that means nobody, then yes, it includes him. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Don't take that nigga to jail.
Yeah, if I had a vagina, I would abort him myself. Next.
Nina to jail. Nina, go to jail. All right. So here we go. Anybody else? You save your serious after I'm finished with all this stuff, because I got some stuff to go. All right, so let's talk first. A few things that happened. Rico got his channels eliminated or cut or what have you via YouTube.
3, 4?
I think so, or just 2. I don't know. I think 2 of the music. The mashup one, and then something else. Mm-hmm. So yeah, YouTube grabbed those. And it's probably from the music, because they're really finicky about that. So I don't know. It could have been about that. But also, official D spot, otherwise known as official.
My goodness. Go ahead, finish the thought. You started now. I won't comment. I don't know the gentleman. I won't comment.
Yeah. So he got his channel swiped by YouTube as well, due to allegedly it was due to a video, a StreamYard that was privated, where the young woman got up. I believe it's the same young woman that was in that live with James and all of them, and Brian made the little song, and the lady had a seizure as all this commotion was happening. I believe it's the same lady. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'll correct myself, but I believe it's the same lady. And somebody saying that she was flat or she didn't have no ass or something like that. So she got up to show she had an ass, but she was sideways, and she had on those little bikini kind of boyish shorts or what have you. And you could see like the bottom of her ass cheeks, which I don't know if that's necessarily something that'll get you like completely shot off YouTube, being that there are places where you can see whole vaginas and booty holes, just because they're giving tutorials on how to wax, or get rid of unwanted hairs. You can see lips, booty hole, everything, on YouTube. And they just say
that's because they market as educational, educational purposes.
Right.
You'll see a lot of stuff.
So you see all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if it was that or more. I don't watch. I don't follow. So I don't know. But yeah, sucks for them. In other news, Tracy has been on a whirlwind tour in these streets. She went from California now to the Motor City, and she got her motor boated. Let her tell it. She went to Pound Town.
Erica.
Yeah, she went to Pound Town with her new boo. She went to go visit him. She does a lot of traveling to these people. They don't ever come travel to her.
Oh, damn.
It's interesting.
Which is a lucrative business?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it is. You know, you get the cash apps and all that support coming in from her people. So I guess she figured, hey, why not do it? So she
You're trying to tell me that Tracy is moist. But anyway.
Yeah.
Must be the pudding.
No, it's the mustard. It's the mustard. It's the mustard. It's cream cheese. It's the mustard.
T. Daniels, you are cutting up tonight. You are cutting up tonight.
I can't see it, T. Danielle, but I'm sure it must be the mustard. But so her mustard is hot and spicy. And apparently he likes it. I don't know what the man's name is. I forgot. It escaped me. But he gives me kind of like if Rico older, kind of give me like Rico older, like
an older Rico.
Okay. Yes, like when Rico gets older. That's what I picture. I don't know. But yeah, shout out to her. Great job. Woohoo!
You give her a shout out.
Wish you all the best.
I wish you an infectious free journey.
I don't care. I don't give a damn. Erica White.
Go ahead, Erica.
Right. Go ahead, Erica. Don't give a fuck. Just note that, young man, be prepared, because every time she dates somebody, this is what happens. FBI, open up! Okay, so note to yourself.
You are a fool.
You date her.
Lindsay said she call it. She call it animal control.
So be careful.
Yeah, they will come out fast if you say it's a animal that's in distress.
Yeah.
Somebody's killing cat in there.
Somebody's killing cat and making him eat mustard. I smell it all in the hallway.
No more. No.
Please make it stop. I am so tired. I just want to go to sleep. Help me. Help me, God. I just want to go to sleep. But yeah, she enjoyed her time in Pound Town, so All right.
My goodness, it got international, not international. Oh damn, got beef. Got beef. I hope it's real beef. They give you that artificial stuff now. You don't know what you're getting.
It might have been artificial. Who knows? But yeah. So in other news, so this weekend, trip down to Houston. Hold on. Let me put my drag for Sana on. Hold on.
That to be true. Why am I in it? And you could have did it. See how I get thrown in stuff? You never apologized.
See how I get thrown in stuff? I ain't even do nothing.
Now the lies you tell.
let's clear some air here. All right. So now let's get a little stretch. Let's get a little stretching. All right. So now. Okay, so before I get into the Houston thing and all that good stuff, because that was fun, let's just rewind it back a little bit. So I wasn't listening because I wasn't there, but I did hear a little couple birdies told me that Mr. because people don't like to put names on stuff. So Pastor Wilson had some things to say. I see he turned his tune around about friends on YouTube. Oh, I wonder what made you do that. Funny. But then also said that someone was in my ear as to the reason why I left the gentleman's panel. And I can't speak for Rebel, but I will say that I don't believe nobody was in Rebel's ear, as in no one was in my ear. So that's bullshit. And if they were, then say who they were, because I'm curious to know who they were, because the only person that I know that you also know that would have been in my ear to tell me that, two people that I know that would drag you from here to goddamn Kingdom Come till you see Jesus himself for filth, and you wouldn't address them. So the two people that you won't dare say possibly was in my ear talking or telling me to leave the gentleman's panel, you won't ever mention their names. But in all truthfulness, no, nobody was in my ear telling me to leave the gentleman's panel. I left the gentleman's panel, as I said before, and countless times, because I did not like how things were being operated. So I left. I felt like if we're going to do a show together, then we should all be respectful of what we all were doing as a group separately. And people were doing other things. And because he wasn't a part of certain programs and shows, he tried to diminish other people's achievements on set shows. So with him doing that, I spoke to him about it first. And I told him backstage, while everybody was sitting there, that I didn't like it. And I felt like as a group, we should not be doing that because the optics don't look good. I ain't going to keep telling you the same shit. I don't repeat myself. So upon that, then it was the Conscious situation with him and Conscious. And then he did the thing with Rebel. And after that, I was done. Just that simple. Nobody was in my ear. I make my own decisions. Yes, I have a counsel and I listen. That's what you're supposed to do. When you have people you trust, I listen. Just like that man there. Yeah, he's talked me off of plenty of ledges. Because I would have came out here and cursed a lot of y'all out. But no. He just be like, calm down. Take a breath. No, don't do it. No. It ain't worth it. Because I would come out and curse a lot of y'all out. Because this that y'all see a lot it's me. Yes, this is the side of me, but like me outside of this, yeah, you'd get cursed out. But everything ain't for everybody. So with that said, yeah, I'm curious to know who exactly was it, Jay Wilson, that was in my ear, because there wasn't a damn person in my ear telling me anything. If anything, the person in my ear, we were trying to help you kind of catapult it to something where it could be really big because we saw the potential in it. Now, don't be mad because you didn't see the potential in something you birthed. That says a lot about you and who raised you than it does about anybody else. But we tried, and it's okay. You know, things just don't work out, and they just don't work out, and that's fine. But you grow, you know, and that's just it. There's nothing more to it. You know, oh well. Now, to be very honest with you, I wasn't friends with Sean at first. I watched the show. I've been watching him just like I've been watching everybody else for years. And I just started to come around there more. That was it. That's it. That's all. Nothing past that. I was blocked because he told me himself. I didn't know because I wasn't doing stuff or writing in his comments or anything like that, so I wouldn't have known I was blocked. But yeah, he let us know that we were blocked at first because he didn't know, and I get it. A lot of people have come around and tried to get in where they fit in. I know how people do. People do it in real life. They just don't do it on YouTube. And I know all too well how that is. And you trust people, and then they do you dirty, and you feel like, oh, I don't know if I can do this again. I'll keep doing this. So yeah, you protect yourself. But it hasn't been that. It's been nothing but respect and just straight cool. I don't get involved in any of the extra stuff. We just are friends outside. What else did I have to say about that? Yeah, so before I get into the Houston thing, that was that, and then this. So, two things. Apparently, my drag persona is Nene Leakes from Lipstick Alley, via Lipstick Alley, right? I don't see it, but yeah, I guess so. Maybe the cheekbones, maybe the skin complexion, whatever. Cool, ha, ha, funny. That I don't have an issue with. People gonna say shit. I mean, it's whatever. But you talking about how Avatar, okay, you're not even showing yourself. The problem I have an issue with is the bottom comment. One, I'm not a bottom. Two, I respect them because without them, I wouldn't have a good time.
You say the wrong thing, motherfucker. That'll be it.
Yeah, right.
It'll be a desert forever.
Right. I wouldn't have a good time.
No, you wouldn't.
So
all you always hear is no.
Right. So no, I don't. So I do have an issue when people try to use that as a derogatory slang kind of demeaning thing. It also lets me know that you're part of the community, the person that said it. But then I realize in you saying that, it's like everything else. You hide behind an avatar, like you hide your face, because in real life, you got to hide your face to actually get bottomed. So I get it. I understand. Maybe one day somebody will see the beauty inside you, way deep inside, that we can't see on the outside. So, it's cool. But I'm not fond of the bottom shaming type shit. Like that shit is immature. And it's disrespectful to the people that really, put out and do what they do. But other than that was funny. The little Nene Leakes thing, again, I don't see it, but hey, ha ha ha, jokey, funny. All right. But she's paid, she's beautiful, and I'll take it. I'll take it. So Houston was a blast. Thank you, Mr. Rebel Son, and his son Kai for a great time.
You better mention him.
Yeah. For a great time. Had about all. Everybody was great. To the club chat women, you beautiful queens. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you. Definitely had a great time with you all. And it was just cool. It was just cool to really sit around and do nothing. Granted, it was so hot, and I don't like being hot and sweaty. I shower too much for that, and I'll give you some couple extra dollars later on, Rebel, for the water bill, because I can't do it. I couldn't do it. Yeah, but it was cool. It was really, really cool. Rebel did some karaoke. I didn't know the song, so I ain't even gonna front and act like I knew the song because I didn't. I didn't know shit about the song he was singing, but he did good. He was good. I said, okay, look at him up there singing, drunk as hell. Because he was.
Linty asked, "Were you nice to her nephew?"
Of course, you got to be nice. He's doing nothing but he sleep a lot. Like I thought Chicago was just a thing, but no, he sleep a lot. He sleep a lot. He always napping. I was like, napping? Him and Sean Bowe. I'm about to take a nap. I'm like, nap? Who's napping? They're all like old ladies napping all the time.
You ready to run up and down the street, huh?
Yeah, ready to do something, but it's okay. I let them have it with their naps. But it was fun. I had a great time. That was my second time in Houston, by far the best time. Saturday night dinner was excellent and always great to hang out. My 2 cents was there, beautiful as always, and stunting on them. And everybody else, McTweet, and the other lady, I forgot her name, but it was a pleasure meeting you for the first time. Dinner was good. I had salmon tartare, which was good. I didn't expect it to be crunchy, but it was still good. But it was
made with nachos or something.
No, I don't know. It was mad crunchy. Like the base of it was crunchy. Yeah, Rebel was. He was fine 1 minute, right? He talking and stuff. I looked over at him. He was Chinese. I was like, you all right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you don't look all right. He was done. That Pineapple Express came rolling on through for him again. And then I got to see what I probably looked like when Sean saw me in Chicago and was like, Cap, you all right? And I was like, huh, what? Because I really thought I was up, but I must have been like 2 sheets to the wind, done. And yeah, so he was really messed up. God bless him. We almost had to drive him home, okay? It was funny. It was really, really funny. He definitely went home and went straight to bed. But we definitely had yes, Detroit. It was definitely Pineapple Express 2.0. He was out. He was out. But yeah. Oh, really? Yes. No, I wasn't. I mean, well, that's the thing, Tanari. I don't, I'm not a promoter like that when it comes to my travels. If you see me, you see me. Because I really just want to have a good time and I don't want to take away from the experience. So I try to limit myself. Now, I don't mind when other people go live and do things. I'll engage, but myself, I try to just, enjoy the moment. But yeah. Yeah. But no, it was really, 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 really good. I had really an awesome time. Again, Rebel was a great host. Kai was a great host. He's so adorable. We even had a chill moment. I didn't know he was outside, and he came to the door like, could you let me in? So I let him in, and we was chilling in the room, just chilling. He was playing around a little bit. Then he got a little bit like, okay, well, I'm still trying to go to sleep. Chill out. And he just laid out and just stayed around, I guess, till Rebel woke up, and then he left the room and went to go hang out with Rebel. But he was cute. He was really chill. We had a great time. Other than that, food, always eating, and it's always been great. So that was definitely awesome all the time. What else? I think that was about it. And yeah, I drink all the time when I'm out. Yes. So, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah. Oh, and also too, please stop with this narrative. Sean did not fly me out. I paid for my own ticket. Okay.
What?
So, huh?
With what? I said with what? Oh, okay.
Oh,
you have to be clear.
Okay. Yeah.
You have to be clear with that. You paid him.
No one. Right. No one paid for my flight. I paid for my own flight. No. I paid for my own flight. Okay. So yeah,
no more happy endings.
There was no happy endings. There was no ticket being bought. There was nothing purchased. Oh, Lipstick Alley said that. Sean flew me out to hang out with him in Houston. Absolutely not. We decided actually in Orlando to do Houston. When we were at the Pride event together, and they were saying that they're going to do another event in Houston. And when
we were in Orlando, was all down there, yeah.
And when we were at that event, the Pride event, and they mentioned that they were going to do another event in Houston around that time when we went, we looked at each other and said, Houston, Rebels in Houston. Oh, we going to Houston. And we instantly called Rebel and was like, we thinking about doing this. And he was like, okay, he'll let us know whether it was a yay or a nay. And, it happened to work out. So nobody was kind of left out. I know some people feel like they was left out, but no, you were not left out. It was really just a moment, and we've hung out with each other before. So this wasn't the first time that we have hung out. We hung out together in Chicago. I hung out personally myself with Sean in Orlando. And, it's not nothing new. I mean, you just hang around people that you kind of click with. No, we're not besties. But we're just cool. It was a nice positive vibe, nice positive attitudes. We talked about a lot of things. Some things motivational, other things a little messy, but really not too much YouTube at all. Just life.
Lindsay, you just full of a girl.
You said what?
You could have called the pastor.
Call the pastor and tell them what? Call the pastor and tell them what? I don't know. I don't get it. But it's like jealous a little bit. I don't know. It's a little jealousy. Doesn't the Bible say anything about jealousy? Isn't there a thing about not being jealous? People, do your own thing. Do your own thing. I'm just surprised that people were so like it was such a thing. Like I just thought, like, first of all, I'm boring. Nobody watches me, right? So why are you so concerned? But I get it. It's the face. It's the face. I get it. It's the face.
I keep telling you, it ain't the face. It ain't the face. Now they heading on over the X.
Yeah. Yeah, that part too. That has gotten me in a lot. Yeah.
Well, that's what happened. Those spur of the moment things that come back and tell on you.
Yeah.
Later on.
I enjoyed myself.
But see, you're grown, so you can do that.
Yeah, that's it. And I definitely, like I said, and I told them personally that I thank them for just hanging out and just being just cool, just really cool. That was fun to do. Just have the whole like a men's weekend and just chill and just do whatever.
Well, at least the one thing that I like seeing that's going on now, and especially with a couple of the other groups that that you can actually cultivate friendships.
Yeah.
In this virtual space, and it's not all about being messy, cutthroat,
right?
And just rude and hateful towards each other for clicks, cash apps, and those types of things. So that's nice to see.
Very true. Yeah, I mean that's because you're seeing genuine friendships and genuine things take place, and they're not all everything doesn't all take place in front of you for you to see and comment on. A lot of things do happen outside of the space, but I appreciate it. I had fun. I really did have fun. I really did. That's it. That's all I can say. And yes, the dark liquor was a pouring. My 2 cents, X-Cat. Why are you mad about Chicago? I don't know. I'm confused too. Please let me know. Little upset about Chicago. What happened in Chicago? I don't remember. You have to jog my memory because that's been a while. It's a few trips back, because I'm poor.
Oh, you racking up them frequent flyer miles, aren't you?
Because I'm poor. I'm so
Well,
poor.
you ain't poor because you got Sean to pay for your flights. He got frequent flyer miles. Hey, Sean.
I'm not James. I'm not James. I don't have to beg for.
I can use a trip. You go back down to Australia? Hell yeah, I'd go down there.
No,
I ain't putting out.
I like to pay my own way. I'm sorry. And then, my VIP status affords me the opportunity not to have to wait in nobody's line to sit a seat. So I sit where I want to sit when I want to sit. So, yeah, about that part. Yeah. So, it is what it is. I appreciate it. Thank you. But no, I paid my own way as grown people should. And if you can't, then get yourself a job and maybe you can. Stop asking people.
Or ask Tracy.
Right. Yeah.
What you doing, girl?
Or ask Tracy.
What you doing? What you doing? And that Goldens? I don't know.
And not to say that
hot and spicy.
Thankful for those who donate if you were to donate. But no, it's not. That's not what it's about. I like to experience things with everybody. So it's not a thing of just watch me experience this whole thing while you sit back and go, oh, I wish I could do that. No, you can do it.
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
You can do it.
Look, I'll tell you one thing. This shithole is heating up. You better live your life.
Yeah.
This shit ain't getting
no better.
You better go on out there and get you some.
That's right.
Of that. Some of that.
You only have one.
The other stuff, you better go get some. You better take some condoms and some shit with you, because leprosy is back, bitch, with a vengeance. Right. All your shit will fall off.
Leprosy is back, but yeah, definitely live your life. Don't concern yourself too much with what goes on outside, because there's other things going. I'm not going to stop. I've never stopped. Moving and shaking as I do, even with whatever situation I have personally. So, it's just, it is what it is. Yes, great. My 2 cents. Thank you so much. It was really nice seeing you again as well as always. And you have a great night. Thank you for stopping by and spending some time. But yeah, it's never stopped me and it's not going to stop me. So talk what you want, say what you're gonna, but it's in the fit. That's how I came in here. So yes, I had more than enough outfits for any occasion, and I came prepared.
How much did you pack?
I packed about 6 outfits, 6 or 7.
Oh, you weren't planning on coming back no time soon, were you?
No. I always do it just in case. Like I always do a day and a night.
A day and a night.
Day and a night for every day.
That's grown folk shit. You hear these young folks talking about you have to have 2 outfits a day. You don't think I'm gonna be walking around in this all day long?
All day long. No,
you never know what I might get into. Well, what might get into you.
Exactly, that too. So I definitely make sure that I pack far more. I always do that. He was like, see, you overpacked your suitcase again. Yeah, I do on purpose. Plus, I need to have a shoe option. So I need to not just have one shoe. I need at least minimum of 3 pairs, so just in case, and that's just how it is. Cool. Okay, don't do lunch or dinner. We're going to have a real problem. Okay, Tenari, please let me know when you're going to be in Virginia. Okay, please let me know, and that won't be a problem. But yeah, so that was that, and that's all I had to say about that, and that's that. I mean, granted, I know that one person in the alley is going to have something to say, and that's cool. Whatever. It's the troll's job to be a troll, I guess. I wasn't born to be a troll, so I don't know what that's like.
Well, but it keeps stuff stirred up and keeps people's interest.
Yeah, but you watch it, though. Like you're watching.
Well, like I said, keep their interest.
Yeah, whatever.
Any immortal words of Tracy, cash at me.
Yeah.
Just cash it. You want me to come out? You want a good time? Cash it.
Right. You want me to come out? You want to have a good time? Cash at me.
That's right. All expenses paid.
Yeah. All expenses paid by somebody else. So what kind of shit? But yeah. But thank you all for the well wishes. I know a lot of you Rebel posted a lot of the pictures. So people were commenting. Thank you so much for the comments. I was in Busted Down Tatiana's chat this afternoon or this morning ish while I was at work. And what was that? Yesterday. I don't know what day that was. But yeah, thank you for your comment. I think that was yesterday. She said I was very handsome. I thank you. Yeah, and that's just that. I appreciate it.
I'm glad all of y'all enjoyed yourself.
Yeah.
That's good. Like I said, that it's nice to see that you can cultivate friendships. And
yeah. I mean, because you can if you genuine, whatever genuineness that is. You know, if you an asshole and you gravitate to other assholes, then that's fine. If you whatever. But just be genuine in your pursuit.
At least you didn't have to.
Right.
Look over your shoulder.
Right.
At the pancake house.
No. I didn't have to look over my shoulder.
No popping caps in my ass. In my back.
I didn't have
Lindsay, I caught all that Harambe and Joe Young shit. But
he said what?
But I didn't want to destroy his flow.
Are you talking about me?
Back in the chat, I was earlier. They were back. They were with Mighty Joe Young and Harambe and all that shit, and I was dying. Woo! You just don't know. I took all the control of my little black heart, not to laugh.
Oh, no, you're fine. I didn't know. I wasn't reading it, but yeah.
That's why I said I didn't want to destroy your flow because you know, because when you're on the roll, I like to let you roll with it.
No, I can always get back to it. But yeah, I don't. You know, when people like this and call somebody broke and you don't know nothing about me, I can show you better than I can ever try to defend myself with words going back and forth about who's broke and who's not. Come on. Yeah, ciao. Bye.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. So, boy, I was gonna say when you brought up the gentleman's panel. Oh wow! I was like, damn, how many years ago was that?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like
are we still doing that? I mean,
what's the point of bringing that up now that you see us friends with him?
Yeah, but it's dissolved.
But that had nothing to do with it. Being friends with him had nothing to do with it. He had again tried to insert somebody into something that they had nothing to do with. Sean had nothing to do with the gentleman's panel, nor talking to any of us because we were blocked. So we didn't communicate with him at all. I didn't communicate with him at all. So whoever was quote unquote in my ear, which was nobody for the record, nobody.
No, you could see it. You could see the things going on, right. and that was from the outside. I was just in the chat, and I could see the stuff happening. Because remember, I told you, I said maybe y'all need to take a break.
Yeah, you did.
You know, I kept saying y'all need to take a break. Y'all need to take the summer off.
Right.
I said because people are doing other things that give everybody a breather. Because you were doing this on an every week basis.
Yep, every day.
And granted, it was the first of its kind, and you've seen nothing but imitations after that. So evidently, something was good. Right. But the premise was really good,
and that's what we were saying. That's what when I brought Conscious aboard. That's the conversation that Conscious and I had. That's what we then pitched to Jay Wilson. At first, he was apprehensive. Then he was on board, and so we started to move in the direction of really taking it to its own place where it had its own channel, where that way we didn't have to like cycle from channel to channel, because the only people that were coming to the channels were people who were supporting not the show itself, but just, I only support Jay Wilson, so I come on his night. I only support Cap, so I come on his nights. I only support conscious. So I come on only on his night. I only support rebels. I only come on his night. I only support King Payne. So I come on his night. Instead of that just always happening, it would be on one channel. That way you just have to go. And whoever hosted that night, they just hosted, but you was there, you know? He, you know, for the monetization issue of it all, he didn't like that idea. So he decided not to go with it. And again, like I said earlier, I didn't like the whole situation of coming after Rebel with what he was trying to do with the show. Once he realized that he wanted to do it. And that was something that he went to him personally, privately, and told him that he was doing. So for him to then try to like underhandedly destroy it in public, I had a huge issue with it. And I spoke to him privately about it first before I decided to go, all right, I've had enough. And I took my leave. Now he could have just as easily found other replacements and kept it going.
Yeah.
So let's not.
But who was really left?
I don't know.
You know, after cycling through everybody.
I mean,
but like I said, they should have just taken a vacay, allow everybody to do their individual things in which they were doing anyway.
Yeah.
And not interfere. You know, that type of thing.
Yeah. But that's my whole thing. It was like, why would you interfere? It doesn't matter that you don't like the person that may be spearheading the project that your castmate is on. The whole thing is about support. You just support. You're not supporting.
But like I was saying, all the swipes, everybody saw it.
Yeah.
You know, everybody. So it's like,
and how do you expect him to stay aboard on something when you're swiping at something he's working on that he can't talk about, but he's working on it, and you're swiping at it? It's like, why do you do that? You're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, because it wasn't just him.
Right.
He wasn't just going after him. Every time it was somebody else, something that somebody else was doing. It's like, well, shit, where's all this hostility coming from? Right. Diana, you know.
Right.
Sheesh.
So, you know, it was really crazy. Just something that professionally I wasn't accustomed to. Because with that, the show must go on. I've done countless things that you just, you know, things happen, you keep it moving. You just show must go on, and the people don't have to know that you messed up, you missed the line, anything. You keep it moving. You know, you move on. But it's always something, and it was always something with that. And you know, it just got really tired. And again, to be the oldest person in the group, to be the quote unquote person that, you know, you're supposed to be the spearhead. It is your thing. It's your project nonetheless. And to always have this lack of kind of wanting to see it progress out of the space of the beef sector. And then if we're having discussions about our private lives or what we doing, anything like that, you don't want to share that, but you're always talking about somebody else's.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. It comes off as self-righteous. And
well, it definitely had more life. It was premature.
Yeah.
Its demise. But like I said, you could tell by everybody else imitating.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Done, you know. So it was definitely, and during that time anyway, it was definitely a need in the conversations that were going on.
Right. So. Right. So yeah, I mean, I wish somebody would, you know, the blueprint is there. That is one thing I can say. I thank him for, is for creating the space. But as far as anything else out of that, yeah, definitely hypocrisy till its finest. Very much a hypocrite. Just live in your truth. Live in your truth. Live in your truth. You know, and to be so mad No need to explain, Cap. I know there's no need to explain, but there is a need to explain because people.
Well, evidently they keep bringing it up.
Right.
It's been what, 3 years, 4 years now?
Right. It was pointless. It was pointless to even bring it up.
I was actually surprised. Like, I said, wow, I hadn't even thought about it. Maybe every now and then it may pop up.
Yeah, because it's
across
like
the feed or something.
It's like the slick state of it all. Like they can't think for themselves. That's why somebody had to tell them to get off the panel. And it's like, first of all, fucker, I can very much think for myself. I've been thinking for myself for a very long time. And anybody that knows me personally can definitely tell you for sure, oh yeah, he thinks for himself. Because I don't take no shit from nobody. So please don't do that. But it was that slick shade kind of, I'm gonna shade you nicely without shading you. I don't do that. If you're gonna call a thing a thing, say its name. So again, I'm still waiting for who was in my ear that told me to leave the gentleman's panel. I'm waiting for you to say their names. Because either person will drag you to filth, and the one person I know will expose all your dirty laundry if you said their name, because they're your good friend, ain't they? They're real close to you, real close. And the other one will just drag you to filth.
Dirty bloomers.
Other one will just drag you to filth because he loves to do it, and it's fun for him, and he gets a good kickle out of dragging you. So I'm waiting. Let's see if you answer that one, since you have so much to answer for. Let's see. Got a recommendation recently to watch Cats rerun on the old gentleman. Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Girl, you're so funny.
Harambe. No, it ain't Harambe. It ain't that fucker. It's not Harambe. No, it's not him. I was never believe it or not, I was never friends with that man. I didn't even know that man before that whole situation. I didn't know that primate at all. I just knew the mini primates. I didn't know the mighty. Wow. I didn't know Joe Young.
Maybe they're aliens. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe so. I reached and I did reach out of respect, because of course when I found out that that was the leader, I reached out to kind of get some insight on how to do that thing and how to do this and do that. And it was like crickets. So I was like, okay, cool. I wasn't waiting around. I don't worship people like that. I'm not a follower. So it was like, okay, cool. You didn't want to answer, moving right along and just continue to do what I do. But I don't beat to everybody's drum. And so in that same vein, if I have an issue or if I say something, address something, I'm going to say it, good, bad, or indifferent. So no. No one was in your ear. Yeah, I mean, I know no one was in my ear, but, that's what he likes to say. But I'm waiting for him to say who it was.
But like I told you, nobody had to be in your ear because we all saw it. You could see,
right.
You can see the smart ass remarks. You can hear the attitude in the voice, and I was like, "Damn, they got issues going on."
Yeah,
I was like, "Damn, all these motherfuckers get to fighting up on here." Shit.
But yeah, so it got crazy. It really did get crazy. I mean, granted, let's be very truthful. You just pick people for different situations that were beneficial, like you tagged on King Payne, because you didn't know nothing about King Payne at all. You just knew that was Armand Wiggins' friend. And because Armand Wiggins is a big YouTuber, you said, oh, let me snatch him up. And granted, King Payne, I love the man. He's my cancer brother. However, truth be told, that's the reason why you dragged him up.
The connections.
Yeah, it's all about the connections. I mean, you had the primate up there because of his numbers, not because he brought anything to the goddamn panel. You had him up there because of his numbers.
He said with peen envy.
Right.
I told you.
That's probably what it was.
Fucking Twitter's going to be the death of you. You keep it up, man.
And you're probably right about that. You know what? I never thought about that.
Little dick energy.
I never thought about that. You know what? That's probably right. Somebody probably sent it to him, and he probably got hot and excited.
Oh, you know they all looked.
I know who it was. It was that child predator. You better watch them children predators, Charlie.
Oh Lord.
Watch him. But yeah, That's probably what it was. You know, you might be on to something. I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
Denari said we saw like
that. Well, I mean, it was there.
Now, I can honestly say I haven't seen it.
Well, and I hope you don't.
No.
But yeah, I had never thought about that. Wow, that could make sense. That could be a good point. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on this beautiful Tuesday evening to talk about what we talk about. I don't have any news or anything like reviews on movies or anything because I was spending my weekend in Houston.
Running the streets. That's what you're doing.
The streets of Houston, Texas. And
in
having
the heat.
In
down there with the illegal aliens and the space aliens
and black and brown people and a lot of peoples. But yeah, just clout chasing. I think so. Just a little jealous because you can't take pictures with your friends and look handsome and debonair and go places and have fun and crack joke and all kinds of craziness. Oh, because we don't get to see that. Would you do that with your friends? Poor
think of a thimble.
Poor Tink Tink. Poor Tink Tink. Just remember to moisturize. If you moisturize, they will come.
Shut up. Shut up. If you moisturize,
they will come. If you moisturize, they will come. Keep saying it to yourself. It might work for you.
The thumb is a little too big.
It might work for you. It might work for you. And now they got those penis extension things, so you might be good to go.
Some caps, huh?
Yeah. Penis is not everything. You gotta learn how to work it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure. Good night, Tenari. Love you. Have a great night. I'm pretty sure. Mark loves it. I'm sure Mark loves it.
Patty was saying she thought we were going to talk about cloning Tyrone.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Thank you, Patty. Thank you. Real quick, cloning Tyrone. Yeah, did you see it? Did anybody see it from the last time? Penis pump. Oop, not penis pump. Cloning Tyrone. Anybody see it? Anybody see it? You're supposed to see it. That was the homework for the assignment. Homework assignment was watching cloning Tyrone. So Mark is a drunk. It must be take little ping drunk, I guess. T Danielle. But anyway, cloning Tyrone. Cloning Tyrone was about a young man who is gang banging in this. I don't want to even say virtual because it's almost like worlds collided. It's almost like decades had collided together. 70s, a little bit of 70s was in there with some 80s, 90s definitely.
Good night, Tenari.
The 2000s and then the pluses with the Obama and anything referenced there. So it was like a whole bunch of things. I think it was just like a montage of blackness, kind of like the different kind of eras and situations of blackness where you see.
It just gives me that multiverse thing that everybody seems to be on now.
Right. But it was like for black people in black spaces where you see all these things like black church, how it is now, and this, that, and the other, the malt liquor situation, which was kind of a little bit in the back then, the chicken joint with the crack chicken.
And how do you dress as a pimp of the 70s, but yet you have a a flip phone?
Yeah.
But your car you driving is a 88, a Deuce 88.
A Deuce and a quarter. It's really crazy. All those dynamics. But it worked for the film, but it was definitely I think it was confusing in that regard because I didn't know where I was. I was kind of like, okay, is this present day? Are we having a flashback in the future? What is going on? But when the shooting happened and the young man was then shot and everything kind of happens after that, he wakes up.
And that's why you never park with your nose in a parking space.
Right. You always park with your
facing out
so you can get the hell out of Dodge. And you know who all is, around and about you in the space. So without telling too much of the movie for those who haven't watched it, in that scene, he wakes up and kind of goes through life kind of all over again, but he starts to remember certain things kind of seem like deja vu a little bit to him as he's doing.
It was giving me Groundhog's Day.
Yeah. My best friend, she said the same thing when she was describing it to me. And then the church service did get me too.
Yes, that I was like, they about to get freaky up here in this church.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they even had the grape drink.
The grape drink, right. Your communion, your in the premise of the movie, your communion, everything black that we hold sacred in a sense, is infused with chemicals. And the chemicals will then get you to do crazy things.
Whatever they want you to do.
Whatever they want you to do. Forcing you to do whatever. And so in the instance of the grape juice that we take for Holy Communion, bam, you're drinking it and you do whatever they want you to do. In the strip club, it was the music.
Yeah. And look at all the places. You had the church, had the corner store, you had the strip club, and you had the chicken joint.
The chicken joint, right. And the corner store was the malt liquor that you buy in your 40s and all that stuff, drinking that, kind of getting your brain all going. And then the chicken spot was the chicken. The chicken had a powdery substance, a white powdery substance, which reminded me of the goddamn hip hop chicken in the surrounding.
Oh yeah. Oh, that chicken sandwich. Yeah, when they were running around here acting like fools.
Well, that too, but the hip hop. You ever been to Hip Hop Chicken in the Baltimore area? You ever see that kind of crystallized, almost like sugar?
Yeah, sugar.
That's what it reminded me of. That's just what it reminded me.
Right, you sure are right.
I was like,
say Old English 800.
Old English. Yes, that. But yeah, so then you had the chicken. And the only reason why they discovered that it was the chicken that was messing people up, because Jamie Foxx's character, while they found a trap house where they were kind of harvesting bodies for their experiments, he grabbed up some of the white substance, thinking it was cocaine, to go take home and be high.
And shot that scientist. That was funny as hell.
They shot the scientist. But I'm mad the scientist had an afro and all that kind of stuff. And listening to black people.
But he was almost white with an afro.
Right.
It just didn't look right. You know, it just didn't look right.
It was just crazy.
You say no seasoning.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's really weird. To me, it always looked like it. I was like, what is this on this chicken? Why does it look like that? It's like, no, it's good. Try it. It's good. I mean, it's okay, but it's very weird. It almost makes you think, because it's like it's always Arabs that own those things. And like,
yeah,
what is this given? So the clone bodies. Yeah, let's get into the clone body. So then, you taking these substances allows them to then get into your space, and they clone your likeness to do other things that they want you to do. And they was cloning everybody. Damn, Tyrone was cloned so many times.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you. Everybody was Tyrone. The scientist was Tyrone. He was just an older version of Tyrone.
Yeah.
I started to think,
and it was him. He was
a person. But I thought that was the person. That was my concept on it. When I saw it, I was like, that must be the original Tyrone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was the Clarence Thomas.
Yeah.
You know, and their whole thing is to breed the blackness
out
of these people. And these were key people that are in the community. Everybody knows the pimp, the pass, the pimp, the passer.
Pass the pimp. Right.
And the prostitute.
Right.
There's always everybody's town has these people.
One of the three, yeah. Like the Trinity.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm just saying. But yeah. So
and the bodyguard was Tyrone too.
Yeah, the bodyguard was Tyrone, and then so when the overseer, because that's what he was, finally exposed himself because the Three Musketeers were really figuring shit out. The overseer had to expose himself. And he really did call himself the overseer because they thought he was the guy that ran it. And he said, no, he works for the guy, the person that actually runs this experiment of what they're doing. And he explained to them, this is your job. This is what you do. Without you, there would be no me. I wouldn't be able to do this if y'all didn't do this. So y'all make me employed. And it was really eye-opening. It really was. It really was eye-opening. Just crazy. What'd you say? Can't eat everybody's house or their potluck. No.
Yeah, that's right. You sure can't.
No.
Have rumble tummy.
It get very sicky in the tummy. But yeah.
But did y'all catch the ending?
With the
when they with the news
and
the clones in other parts
areas
of the country, and everybody's like, the one guy's like, "Hey, Tyrone, that's you." The same thing was happening all over the place.
All over the place. So they thought that they were just destroying like one pocket.
Yeah, just one pocket, but no, it was everywhere. And then you had that black guy behind the reporter in the news.
Yeah,
we all see that one. Yeah. Hey, they clone the motherfuckers around here. You never seen it, and that's like, yep,
right.
It was funny. It was hilarious.
It really was funny. It was funny and eye-opening at the same time.
Yeah,
definitely had a few aha moments, like aha.
Oh, it had a lot of aha moments.
Yeah. But definitely the church was definitely a big one. The church was definitely like, they do that. The rap music at the strip club was another one.
Yeah,
the rap music is influential,
and we've seen that. We've seen
that. Yeah, we've seen that.
Remember when rap music used to be wholesome and positive and told stories and things? Then it became this. What is it? East Coast, West Coast. Gangster rap. I don't even know what's that mumble rap shit down south. I don't even know what these motherfuckers are saying.
Well,
okay,
I mean, early on they tried to tell us that we was headed for self-destruction, but we didn't want to listen. That was too right. So I guess self-destruction.
Oh yeah, and the relaxers. Remember the girl was fussing about? She was fussing about she was a teacher or something, and she was fussing about how she was teaching all these kids, and she had to take money. She don't even think she had enough money for gas or something. And they put that relaxer in her hair, and all of a sudden all her troubles went away. And I was like, yeah, if you think about it, even half the garbage that we eat now has so many chemicals and stuff in it. You know why stuff doesn't taste the way that it used to? Because it's not even the same stuff.
Yeah. It's not the same. And a lot of stuff is banned in other places, in other countries.
Yeah. If you look at what other countries, a lot of chemicals. And I thought this was crazy too, because when I went down to Mexico, they were still using, remember McDonald's apple pies when they were crunchy, they were fried. They were still serving those. Not with all the sugar that they have on up here, it looked like toast with brown sugar. It was actually fried. And the French fries were actually just the way that they used to make it. They didn't have all that other stuff in here. I just thought that was crazy.
No, but what the FDA will allow to push on through, and the money's right.
Well, look, they talk about that synthetic meat.
Yeah.
They're really going gung-ho on that.
Yeah. They've already allowed some stores, restaurants in D.C., and
to sell that. So why do we have people hungry if you can make synthetic meat?
I'll wait.
Why are people, still starving? They should be giving that shit away.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I mean, where's
the about it, chicken nuggets? Every week, chicken nuggets, man. That's gonna be my fucking downfall. But when they ever say, "Yo, cat, man, they got me." Fucking nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
It was that one that looked like a foot.
It was the damn chicken nuggets. But yeah, I don't know.
Hot and spicy sauce. I won't need no mustard. I don't
The
want no
hot mustard. It was the hot mustard. Always the hot mustard.
I didn't do that shit, man.
Don't
They
do
done got your nigga, man. They done got your nigga. Pray for me. I'm going to see Mitch. I know my shit. I done did them wrong.
Do the
oh yeah.
He was sounding like Sling Blade over there. He's like, what the hell is going on?
I swear, I wish the Lord was touching him and
taking him away right then and there. The Lord was touching him at that moment. That was a whole angel of death moment. Be prepared, child. It's almost your turn.
He's standing over in that corner. That wasn't a statue.
And maybe that's why they shouldn't have been talking about UFOs. Maybe his alien body had a malfunction.
Yeah, it might have. It might.
Does not compute.
As long as they don't clone his ass.
Oh yeah.
They clone Mitch, the white version.
Oh, please don't. Yeah, I threw out all the mustard. Not all the mustard.
All of it. Oof, I don't know. Might have to start saving that shit. We don't have anybody picking any fruits and vegetables.
No, you definitely don't. Chickens don't have nuggets.
No, chickens don't. Which came first, the chicken or the nugget?
I don't know. I think they both came at the same time.
Well, at least one thing you know that the nugget is diverse. It takes about 15 to 16 chickens to make a nugget.
God damn.
You say you haven't eaten McDonald's in over 15? I can't lie that. You said it's still in your colon. I'm kind of afraid to go get a colonoscopy now because I don't know who might be up in that motherfucker. God damn, all the shit.
Beef sits in your colon for at least 10 years or more. That's crazy. Huh? Beef. You didn't know that? Beef
10 years?
10 years.
You mean I just didn't get rid of it yesterday?
Yeah, no.
It's still hanging out there.
Some of it, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I need to become a bottom. I need to do shit. I get rid of all that shit. I bet you. I'm gonna have to start fleeting. Because we're gonna have to start. But you can't have that. Wow.
Get yourself some sea moss. They come in flavor, so you don't have to eat the regular stuff. Some sea moss that'll help clean out your gut and your mucus out of your insides. So to get rid of flush all that stuff out. I try to do that stuff every once in a blue to kind of
whenever I would start a diet, that was like the first thing I would do is just clean up my whole entire system.
Because you have to make sure everything has to like stick, and nothing's gonna stick if it's clogged.
Still got burgers in my ass.
It's not burgers.
Whole burgers.
It's kindergarten.
Now you know what? I don't even fuck with the burgers anymore because they've changed. They're not even like if you were to get a quarter pounder, they're about this thin, and they're probably already using that artificial beef. Yeah, we used to have artificial beef. It was called cat.
Right. Where are the cats in the neighborhood? They is gone. Mitch McConnell's wife ate them.
Wow.
It's just crazy.
No cat.
No cat.
You say there's some beef in my colon. You say Patty says no beef in your colon.
No beef in my
colon. I had to run. Maybe that's why the shelf is always empty.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Especially near the weekends.
Colon cleansing. Yes, everybody should cleanse your colon. Your colon. Seriously though, your colon cleansing is important because that's how disease formulates, and it formulates through the colon.
Well, yeah, if it sits in there that long.
Yeah, and so cleaning out your colon will definitely help eliminate a lot of disease within the body. So definitely, you ain't got to do it all the time because
Oh, we ain't got time for all that.
I have cheat days myself, but you definitely got to stay on top of it.
I don't want to have no Mitch McConnell moment. I don't know.
Yeah.
Was that?
Don't nobody want to have no. You stand at the camera just looking stupid.
I can't tell. I can't tell. You see, Death starts in the coma.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're sitting on it.
Not sitting on it.
Yeah, some people are on break. Some people are on the everyday person. Some people are everyday people, or
and if you're not pooping
once a week, then if you eat a lot of meat,
you have a problem. You should be pooping every single time you eat.
Well, I don't know all about that.
But you should. That means it's not.
Yeah, everybody not built like that though.
You gotta clear it out so it can start functioning like that. Because every time you eat something, you should be to the bathroom. To the bathroom.
Shout out to the bottoms.
Right.
Shout out to the bottoms, because there's no fucking way every day. That's why they all about that big.
But that was my whole premise. That's why I know that the person who was saying the comment, like calling me a bottom and all that kind of stuff, you already know. First of all, you wanted the girls, and not girl physically like woman, but girl like how you doing?
We're not doing
that today.
The women's and the periods.
The women's and the periods and the things. The real women's.
Women's.
Right, women's. Because of course we're the only ones that use it as a derogatory slang. Because really, heterosexual people, why would you know about being a bottom? You wouldn't know anything about it. So I mean, that's how they give themselves away. But whatever. Yeah. So it is what it is. But yeah. My hat goes to you because I likes to eat. And not being able to eat because I got to prepare to do something.
I know. You better get a meal afterwards.
I miss out. No,
you need to cash at me.
Right. You need to cash at me.
Cash at me some lunch or dinner.
Right. You need to fly me out for real.
For real. Yeah, shit, that's too much like work.
That is too much. It is work. I can imagine it.
There's a couple people who on here that work. They work. Yeah.
I mean, it'd be beneficial for some people on here that don't work.
Yeah, well, you get better health.
Clean it out. Get your business rolling. Yeah, but anyway, that's all I got.
It's past your time.
It is 9 minutes past. So, once again, I thank you, beautiful people, for hanging out with me yet again.
Yes, it has been fun. We had a fun day today.
And until next time, anything you want to share with the people before we roll up out of here?
No, just checking on your incarcerated friends and family.
Yes,
because of the weather and everything.
Yes,
because I know nobody's hearing anything about what they're actually going through.
People,
they don't have central.
They don't have central air, right?
Or if you're in the Supermax.
Right. Yeah.
Them itty bitty windows.
Or the old ones, the old prisons which are still functioning. They don't have like the modern ones.
So definitely check in, give them a call, and find out what's going on with them, because it's pretty much out of sight, out of mind. We don't think about them, and we really should.
Yep. And you definitely want to moisturize. Stay moisturized. Stay hydrated. And
definitely
cool. Please.
Hydrated and moist.
Yes. Believe it. With all the Jerry juice in my hair. I don't have Jerry juice.
You don't have the Jerry juice?
No. It's nuts and berries and all
got that Snow Glow.
No. You're real funny. All right. Well, until next time, America. And my soul glow behind is out of here. Peace and hair grease. And so.
Take care.
Later. Oops. Again.
Eat the fuck.